Yo, kid, welcome back to KidTime StoryTime. I'm Perry the Pelican, and I'm your storyteller. And we have a book that I like a lot. It's called My Dad Thinks He's Funny. Because you know my dad thinks he's funny. Is he funny? Well, that's debatable. Shall we begin? Let's do this. All right. Perry the Pelican likes to get down to his reading business. My dad thinks it's funny, funny. Here we go. My dad thinks he's funny. Whenever I say I'm hungry, Dad says, "Hello, hungry, pleased to meet you." Whenever I put lots of ketchup on my plate, Dad says, "Would you like some dinner with that ketchup?" Oh, he's that kind of dad. And whenever we're about to cut up a cake for dessert, Dad says, "Well, there's my piece. What's everyone else having?" The eye roll. Although the eye roll is really rude. I don't like it when the kid does it to me, okay? Okay? So, I don't want to see it. My dad thinks he's funny. When I say, "Dad, do you know what?" He says, "I don't know what, but I know his brother." When I say, "Dad, I don't know how," he says, "I know how. He's what's brother." And when I say, "Dad, I don't want to," he says, "Okay, do you want 3? Oh, Dad. My dad thinks he's funny. When I tell my dad my finger hurts, he says, "Let's chop it off." When I tell Dad my foot hurts, he says, "No problem, you got another." And when I tell Dad I think there's something in my eye, he says, "Yep, an eyeball." Well, all these statements are, in fact, true. My dad thinks he's funny. If anyone asks, "How's it going?" Dad says, "By bus." If I fall, Dad says, "Welcome home, how was your trip?" And if anyone asks, "What's up?" Dad says, "Just the sky." My dad thinks he's funny. When people say, "How are you feeling?" Dad says, "With my hands." I mean, that's true. When people say, "Would you like sugar?" Dad says, "I'm sweet enough." Oh, Dad. And when Dad says, "Time for a special announcement," we leave the room fast before it really starts to smell. Oh gosh, I know a dad like that. My dad thinks he's funny. Sometimes he stands in front of the television. "Dad," I say, "I can't see." "Well, open your eyes," he says. What, enjoy the view? My dad thinks he's funny. Whenever I go swimming, Dad says, "Try not to get wet." Whenever I go shopping, Dad says, "Buy me some money." And whenever I say I'm going to the bathroom, Dad says, "Don't get lost." My dad thinks he's funny. When Mom says, "How did your day go?" Dad says, "It didn't go anywhere. I had to push it." When Mom says, "I'm just going to jump in the shower," Dad says, "That sounds dangerous." And when Mom says, "The neighbor's garden is looking pretty," Dad says, "Yeah, pretty strange." My dad thinks he's funny. Sometimes he is. My dad thinks he's funny. When I ask Dad for a hand, he says, "Which one you want, the left or the right?" At bedtime, when I ask Dad if I can stay up late, he says, "Not tonight, but you can last night." That's tricky. When Mom says to me, "Come and give me a kiss, gorgeous," Dad says, "I'll be right there." That face says, "Wah, wah." My dad thinks he's funny. "Good night," I say when Dad tucks me in. "Good morning," Dad says. Then he pulls the covers over my head, kisses my feet, and turns on the light. My dad thinks he's funny. He thinks he's hilarious. And that, I guess, is the end. Gosh, sometimes the books just end and you don't see it coming. Well, Perry? Yeah, it's about what I expected. He's not as funny as, well, he thinks he is. But, you know, he's Dad, so you take it as it comes. Exactly, sometimes we laugh at them and, with them or at them or, You know, just in their general vicinity.
Right. It's a polite thing to do. Well, kid, hope you liked the story. Hope that you didn't groan too much at the terrible jokes. And, well, you know how it is. We'll see you around next time on KidTime StoryTime.
Bye, kid!